Hey everyone, back with another What Sold video, this time for May. It was a little bit more interesting than my April sales. For those of you that don't know me, I am a very part-time reseller that resells on Poshmark and eBay. And I've been doing these What Sold videos maybe for a few months now, maybe about half a year at this point. And so follow along if you would, if you wish. But I just go through all of my sales for a month's worth and what that looks like as far as how much I paid for inventory and what my order earnings and net profits were. Um, so with that, we'll just jump right in. Here we have the first sale of the month of May. This is a Portland Gear Peace and Love tie-dye hoodie. I got this. If you have been following along, my friend gave me a whole bag of um, just clothes that she didn't want. And so I've been selling them slowly but surely. This one says that my start time was in February, but this one I actually believe I got back in November when I got the whole bag of clothes from her. And so this one, you can see some of my other videos to see what my thoughts are on Portland gear and whatnot. But yeah, this one, it sold, it took a while to sell. Now we're in May, so that would be about half a year. It sold for $9.86 on May 3rd. My order earnings were $8.06. My cost of goods for anything less than $25, I give her 40%. So $3.22 went to my friend, and I kept $4.84. My next sale was on eBay. This is a Theory linen cardigan. Lots of linen selling nowadays between multiple resellers just because of the seasonality. And so this one I actually believe I got in Hawaii at a Goodwill. And so this one sold on May 5th for $29. My order earnings was $22.76. My cost of goods was $10. And so my net profit was $12.76. This one I wasn't sure because this brand can retail relatively high, but I've also heard that they don't resell very great. And that kind of aligns in that I probably posted this somewhere in January, so we're now in probably the fourth month and it finally sold. Part of that probably because it was linen, it might have been more in the season right now, so that could be why, but I'm not sure about this brand. I think I would probably try it. This is my first time buying this brand. I'd probably try it again, but I'm not confident that I would get it every single time. But for this one, it was not too bad. My cost of goods was pretty high at $10. It was just a regular Goodwill. So the net profit was only the $12.76. So I think it depends what price you can get it at, the seasonality and whatnot. Yeah. The next sale here was on Poshmark. This is some Trader Joe's, the Easter mini bags that Trader Joe's offered for a limited edition. I bundled it as a four because I just thought it would be easier to sell that way and also profit because I paid $3 for each of these totes. At some point, I might consider selling it individually, but for right now, I'm keeping them as a bundle. This one sold very quickly. I want to say within the day, actually. I bought the max number that my area allowed me to buy, so I think it ended up being like 20. So I think I got five of each color, so I have five bundles. So this is just something that I tried. I had seen that some of the traditional Trader Joe's bags were going for quite a bit resale, and so I just gave this a shot since it was $3 per bag. I'm sitting on what is that, like 16 left. So I'm not sure if this was totally a good buy. We'll see how the other ones sell, but this one sold on May 9th. Again, probably within 24 hours. For $35, my order earnings was $28 and my cost of goods was $12, $3 per bag. So my net profit was $16. on this sale. So if you are interested in reselling things like Trader Joe's or whatnot, I would just suggest following some people that track this. That's kind of how I knew they were um, on sale and there's limited edition and they usually I think sell out. That's why they were capping people at how many you can buy. I know some places you could only buy like 8 at a time. But yeah, kind of an interesting thing. I'm just kind of playing with this one this time around to see how it does. So far, since I've only sold one, I don't think it's like a super big banger, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with the other 16. So stay tuned if you're interested. So this is another brand slash item that I tried to arbitrage. I bought this on the pack website when I think it was probably like 60% off or something. These have been taking a really long time to sell. I don't even know how long this has been sitting. Not quite a year, but definitely probably over half a year is my guess. Um, Part of that is that probably I got it in the wrong time during the winter. But so this one is a patch stripe dress. It sold for $30. My order earnings was $24, and my cost of goods was $12 because of the sale. So my net profit was $12. So not terrible net profit, but I did have to wait a while for that. So yeah, like I've mentioned in my other videos, I bought um, joggers and squirts, and they did a lot better. So I think just make sure to do your research, and you can see some of my older videos too. I think I go a little bit more in depth as to what I was thinking in my research for that. But yes, that is one. I was happy to see it go. I still have a few more leggings that I bought with this batch that still have been struggling, so not something I would necessarily recommend. Okay, so my next sale was on eBay. It was these Reebok Print Run 3.0 shoes. I bought these at a garage sale, I want to say in the fall last year. So they've been sitting quite a while. These sold for $16.58. My order earnings was $11.49. My cost of goods was $2 at the garage sale, and my net profit was $9.49. This one I just thought I would buy because Reebok, some of the Reebok shoes with CrossFit can sell relatively okay. In this case, I don't believe this was a style of shoe that was highly sought after, so it sat quite a while and it really didn't sell for that much. Luckily, I only had like $2 into it, um, so that's fine. But happy to get rid of these. Nothing too much to note there. Um, this one was kind of an interesting sale. This was a Pure Jill woman's paisley cream top in a size 2X. And I've heard that Pure Jill, J Jill can do pretty well in the plus sizes. This one, I don't actually remember when I got this item, but I got it for $5. So I can't remember where or when I got this, but I think it's been sitting just a little bit. I want to say maybe actually I got it in Hawaii, so that would have been probably around January would be my guess, but I could be totally wrong. But either way, it sold on May 11th for $27. My order earnings was $21.60. Cost of goods was $5, and my net profit was $16.60. So, even though I don't remember exactly when or where I got it, I do believe this was a pretty good pickup. It's not quite hitting my $20 net profit mark that I'd shoot for, but it's pretty close to that, and I think it did pretty well, all things considered. This is probably my best sale of the month. This is a J. Crew blazer. If you watched my thrift haul video, I literally just bought this at the Goodwill when they had a 50% off everything. I wasn't very confident in the J. Crew blazers, but for how quickly this one sold, I have increased confidence in buying J. Crew blazers. So in this one, I used some keywords like old money, preppy, classic, Ivy League. This did have some wool in it. It had some interesting details on the buttons. And it was a size 24, so slightly a larger size. but this one sold, I think, within like 4 or 5 days. And it sold on May 12th for $42. My order earnings was $33.60, and my cost of goods was $5 at the Goodwill with the 50% off. And so my net profit was $28.60. So this one was really exciting. This was a very quick flip for a decent amount of money. It wasn't like crazy amount like some of my other ones in my past months, but definitely one if not the highest this month. So this one was definitely a great pickup, and I would recommend it again. I think this was the only J. Crew blazer I've ever posted, but at the rate that it went, I feel pretty good about it. This is some Florsheim, Florsheim. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that there, but some men's like Capto Oxford leather shoes. These were just my husband's shoes. I think they just didn't fit him well, and he got some other ones that were, I believe, more comfortable. So he just wanted to sell these, and not too much to know. I don't remember when I posted it, but I told him I got an offer for $30. I think I listed it higher, but I got an offer for $30, and so the order earnings, this sold on May 12th. My order earnings was $24. And because it was my husband's shoes, then that is the net profit, $24. So pretty good. I haven't really done a lot of thrifting in men's like professional shoes like this, so I'm not exactly sure which ones are good and which ones are not, but I was happy with this sale. Just because, yeah, we would have got rid of it anyway. This is a Eddie Bauer woman's Charlie Anorak pullover jacket. This was part of the batch of clothes that my friend gave me back in November. So it took a little bit of a while to sell, but also it's getting a little rainy here. So maybe that's why it's sold now. And it's a very bright yellow. But I was happy to see it sell. I believe it was on an offer that it sold, and so it sold um, here on Poshmark for on May 16th for $18. My order earnings was $14.40. I gave my friend $5.76. And so my net profit was $8.64. I know some things can do okay in Eddie Bauer. I'm not sure what they are. I don't know that I would have picked this up if I saw it at a thrift store, but probably some more substantial pieces I would probably try. But this one just, it was kind of an out there color, and yeah. This was a pretty terrible buy and sell. I had seen in some of my research that some of the spinning slash biking shorts like these can do really well, actually. Some of the better brands, more expensive brands. I thought when I looked this one up, I think it sold like for quite a bit, which did kind of confuse me because it didn't look like super high quality to me. But I want to say it sold for over $100 wherever I had seen it being sold, which is why I picked it up. And this, I want to say it probably sat for over a year, if not maybe two. I don't even remember when or how much I paid for it. I think I probably only paid like $3 for it or something. But I had really high hopes for this. I had priced it way higher, and I kept having to drop the price on this one. So this one, I was just happy to see it go. It sold on May 16th for $15. My order earnings was $11.50. I'm saying my cost of goods was $3, so my net profit is $8.50. So not what I would buy next time, this particular one, but I do think some of the biking shorts can do pretty well. This one was also kind of a disappointment. I don't remember when or where I got this one either. This is a loft gold blouse, sold on May 18th for $12. My order earnings was $9.01. Cost of goods, I'm saying is $3. I'm not sure exactly how much I paid, and so my net profit was $6.01. I thought this would do a lot better, just because of this style right here. It was kind of like the baby doll style. Um, and then it was like gold. And so I had posted this before Christmas time, so I thought this would be a great Christmas piece for somebody with the lace and everything. But it just wasn't. And so I'm not sure why, but I would not get this one again. This one is Tags Portland Gear PDX Pinch Coral Corduroy Cap. This one was also in the bag of clothes that my friend provided me. You can see there's a lot of Portland Gear stuff from that bag. Um, this one was Numa Tags. The only thing is that this stretchy elastic right here was like breaking down quite a bit. So I actually messaged the person that bought it to make sure that she did want it, and she said yes. So glad that just to get rid of it, really. And so this one sold on May 19th for $10. Order earnings was $7.05. I gave my friend $2.82 and I kept $4.23. The next sale here was a bundle with this top. It's a Mahina top, this Mahina top, and this Old Navy skirt. I think this buyer probably liked brown slash neutrals because they're all kind of similar colors, color scheme here. Mahina is a Hawaii brand, and I went with my friend to the Goodwill bins in Hawaii, and I found these. Mahina can sell, well, it generally sells like retail relatively high, but she had told me when I was there that it doesn't resell well, so she probably would have left these. I picked them up just in case my sister wanted them. She didn't want them, so I listed it. Plus, there is this flaw here, but also it they were extremely lightweight. So I'm saying that each of these were $1 when they were in reality probably less because they were, I mean, very, very lightweight. So, and then this one I actually got for free at a like convention garage sale last fall, I believe. But I felt bad just taking it for free, so I donated like $1 per item of what I took. So this one was $1 that I paid for this one. But yeah, so because I already knew these didn't resell well, the fact that they were in a bundle, I was really happy about. And then this one that I got it last fall, happy to get rid of it. So that the three of those sold for $25. My order earnings was $20. My cost of goods was $3, $1 per piece is what I'm saying. And then so my net profit is $17. So pretty glad with that bundle. Not anything crazy, but I thought I was pretty happy with that. So this one is what I was talking about in my thrift haul video. I saw that these specifically super wide leg linen high-rise pants at Old Navy were on sale for $15. Their tag says $39.99. And so they always have sales anyway. I've been kind of looking at it and they've gone from like 15 to 20 to $25, but I haven't seen them without a sale at all yet. But I did actually see that this color sold out pretty quickly after I had bought it. And so I thought that was really good. And this one actually sold, let's see here, within like 3 days of me posting it. And so I bought it for $15, like I said in the thrift haul, and then I used gift cards from GCX that were discounted, and so I got even a higher discount from that. And I also ordered it through Rakuten, which I got some cash back for that as well. So I think the total price per pants that I got, I also did get one for myself, but was like $13 and like 50 cents around there for each particular pants. And so the fact that this one sold so quickly, I was pretty happy about that. I actually at the end, towards the end of the month, I had sold my other brown one. I also bought like a flax linen, like beige colored one, and I also bought black. And so I did some research before I decided to buy these. Brown, I believe, is trending. This type of like chocolate brown. I wish I had ordered more of these. After this month, I'm out of those. I thought black would do better, but I don't believe that it really did. Um, at least I haven't sold any yet, so we'll see. More to come on this. But as far as the browns sold out already. So linen is definitely a material that is sought after during this time. Wide leg is popular right now, and with those two, and brown is also a popular color right now. And so with those things, I decided to give this a try, and I do think it paid off pretty well. So this one sold on May 20th, so you can see 3 days right there, for $30. I think I priced it at 40, just because that's what the tag said. I think I got an offer for 30, and so I accepted it. My order earnings was $23.74. My cost of goods was, I rounded it up to $14, and so my net profit was $9.74. So it wasn't a huge net profit, but it turned around really quickly. And so I'd probably do it again. We'll see how my other ones go and go from there to see if I'll really do it again. But yeah, kind of interesting, that one. This one I bought in Hawaii from a Goodwill. This is new with tags, actually, carved design Winnie one piece. It took longer than I'd like for it to sell, but you can see it retails for $96. So I did price it quite high. I think, yeah, I priced it at 50, like about $60 for this. But also it was like in the heart of winter that I posted it, so it makes sense that it's sold now, now that we're getting into summer. But anyway, this sold on May 20th for $30 as well. I think I got an offer. My order earnings was $23.87. My cost of goods was $70 or $7, sorry, at the Goodwill in Hawaii, and my net profit was $16.87. So just a little bit under what my target is, but happy to see it go, and happy to see it go at a relatively decent spread. This one here is another item that my friend gave me in the bag of things that she gave me. This was just a clear stadium fanny pack. I wouldn't pick it up if I saw it in the store, but since she gave it to me, I posted it. It sold on May 21st for $5. Order earnings was $2.65, so I gave her $1.06, and my net profit was $1.59. This one also not too much to note. This is an H&M Women's Classic black button front cardigan. This was mine. There was a hole in it, which is why I sold it, because I am not good at fixing things like this. So you can see the hole here. And so that is why I decided to get rid of it. So I didn't expect a lot of money from it, and I was rightly to do so because it sold for $3.28 on May 23rd. Order earnings was $2.52, and that is my cost of goods since it was my cardigan. I will note that it did sell within like 10 days. So I don't know if these cardigans are just sought after or how come it did sell even with that hole. I'm not entirely sure, but I was kind of surprised at how quickly it really did sell. Just something on the side there. This is a Halara two-piece pocket active dress. I use keywords like golf and tennis on there. I got this on Whatnot. There's, I don't know, maybe like a couple times that I tried to source on Whatnot. I haven't done it in a while. I might actually log back on to see about it. I haven't had a lot of time with my puppies and chicken, or with my puppy and chickens. And so I just, because you kind of have to sit there, and while you can do it in your own home, you kind of have to wait to see like what is a good deal, and you just kind of have to be patient. So it can take up a lot of time, even though the perk is that you can do it from your own house and you don't have to go to an actual thrift store. But I do have a code for it that I believe you get like at least $10, I believe, of credit for your first order, and it'll also give me what $10 or whatever amount you get. I think I'll get um, for referring, but it is just a different way to source. I try to find different ways to source, um, just depending on like what mood I'm in, what's available, like if it's cold outside, if there's yard sales during the summer, if there's no yard sales. So just different ways that you can do it. This is one of them. Um, so this one sold on May 25th for $20. My order earnings was $16. My cost of goods was $6. And so my net profit was $10. So not as great as I would have liked. Halara doesn't sell retail for that much, but I do think it is a popular brand. So if you can find it for significantly lower cost than like if you can find it at the bins and stuff, I'd personally pick it up. I think I've sold maybe like one or two other things from Halara before, and they've done pretty well, just not for a lot of money. So you just got to make sure your cost of goods is low when you do find Halara. That's their logo there. Um, so the next one, this is a tie that my husband didn't want anymore. Just sold it. Nothing really to note there, just that you can sell things that you don't want anymore, like his shoes. This sold on May 27th for $4.98. Order earnings was $3.02, and that was our net profit. This one is also part of the bag that my friend contributed or donated to me. It's an American Eagle boyfriend fit multicolor plaid flannel long sleeve. It was a little bit worn, so I didn't expect much for this. So I was happy to see this one go. This one sold on May 28th. For $10, my order earnings was $7.05. Cost of goods, I gave her $2.82, and so my net profit was $4.23. Here's the other linen pants that I sold. My last brown one, I only bought two of these. I wish I had bought more at the fact. Just they sold really quickly. But that's okay. This one, someone offered significantly lower. I want to say maybe like $16, and I was like, if I accept it for $16, well, I'm gonna lose money on this, so I can't accept that. So we countered back and forth for quite a bit, and I decided that I would just accept $25. Seemed like she really wanted it because she was countering me, so it wasn't like just like a no, I don't want to deal with you. So I figured $25, I'll still profit a little bit, even though it's not a lot. It gets it out of I get my money back and then some within less than a month. So why not? So this one sold on May 29th for $25. Order earnings was $20. Cost of goods was $14. I rounded that up. So my net profit was $6. So not as much as the other one, but that's because I accepted a lower price than the other one. But also I think it sold within what, 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. So, yeah, I wish I would have got more brown and not the black and the flax, but maybe they'll still do okay. So we'll see. Stay tuned. This is also part of the bag that my friend gave to me. This is a rain jacket, so just like that Eddie Bauer rain jacket, it's the season now, so it makes sense that it's sold now. This one was new with tags. This one sold on May 29th for $34. Order earnings was $27.20. Cost of goods was $13.60 is what I gave her, which was 50%. So my net profit too was $13.60. Something to know about this brand, I found another jacket in O'Neill that is black. It was shorter, so that was not as desirable of a factor, and it wasn't new with tags, and it was just black. I still have it, and it's been, I want to say maybe even 2 years. It's in great condition, but just it's just really having a hard time moving. So this one, I think really what helped it was it was new with tags, but uh, I think it can be a difficult brand to sell. Just personally, I've only ever had that other um, black rain jacket or windbreaker. I don't think I've had anything else, but yeah, I would just be careful with this brand. I'm not sure that it can resell super well. This is a work right. I think this was like an old firefighter's shirt, and then they just took off the patches from the shirt. You can kind of see like some remnants of some things. I guess I didn't show the patch. I think there were some places where you can kind of tell that a patch was there. But anyway, this one sold on May 31st for $21.13. So my order earnings was $17.23. My cost of goods was $2. I got this at the bins here. And so my net profit was $15.23. This did way better than I thought. When I saw it, I wasn't sure. I just thought, hey, this is like kind of a unique piece. You don't see this very often. And so I thought I'd take a shot at it. There was a long sleeve that was a little bit more worn than this one that I actually left. Um, and so, but yeah, I didn't have high expectations for this, but it did pretty well, actually. I mean, for what I expected, I was pleasantly surprised with this. But anyway, so that was the last sale for me for May. And so my total net profit for May was $251.47. So that is more than April. Um, but I think less than some of my other months. And I'm not that surprised. Here, I'm gonna pull up this calendar right here. So this is the days that I posted and made sales. You can see like the earlier on, the first week or two, I posted very consistently, and then towards the end of the month, I really wasn't posting a lot. And so I'm not surprised when sales go down when I don't post. So given that I wasn't very consistent posting, I think that's a pretty good amount of sales and net profit as well. Anyway, so that is the end of my sales for the month of May. If you enjoyed this or found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. If not, totally okay as well. And I will link whatever I mentioned in the video down below. So feel free to check that out. And with that, until next time, bye.